Hello everyone, and welcome to Sky Factory 4, a Skyblock mod pack where you can get lots of resources by crafting them from various other resources that you get from trees. We're gonna have so much fun with this. Alright, we're building out our platform a little bit with some cobblestone that we've gotten. Alright, let's build it out this way. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we're falling. Okay, we'll only go down to half a heart. And there's a witch. Oh no. And we're dead. Alright, again. Alright, and we're back. Alright, so today we're going to try to do like the basic trees, being like dirt, stone, clay, gravel, sand, stuff like that. We can get those like pretty easily derivative from these dirt trees, because you can get petrified acorns by drying them on a drying rack, which you can make out of wooden slabs, and then the petrified acorns that you can use to craft petrified trees, which drop more petrified acorns. If you like crush the petrified acorns in it's like a basket where you like mash things. I think it's usually used for grapes to make wine. But yeah, if you use that, I think it's called a crushing basket. If you do that, you can use the petrified acorns to make sand and gravel acorns, which you can use to make sand and gravel trees. And then these trees also drop amber, as you can see in my inventory, and with dirt and petrified amber, you can make clay saplings. And clay is going to be super useful because this mod pack has bonsais, which we can use to save a lot of space while farming these trees. And then, once we get to iron, we can create hopping bonsais, which will do it for us automatically. So, eventually the plan is to have like a whole setup of just auto-farming trees. And I need to figure out a way to do that that won't make a giant massive lag machine. So yeah, we're going to use the dirt acorns and the dirt amber to craft dirt, and we are going to expand to grow these dirt trees. Yeah, so we've been able to expand it pretty far. We're doing pretty good. Yeah, I think pretty soon we're going to be setting up that area for us to, like, dry out the acorns and turn them into petrified acorns, because that's really what's going to get us started, to get the ball rolling on this. Yeah. I'm leaving holes here for a wall that probably isn't super safe. Well, I mean, that's what I'm doing. I need to remember where I'm going to put the dirt, because if I put it in the wrong spot, it's going to bother me. So yeah, we're building out a little platform over here where we're going to put some chests and crafting stuff and all that. And we've got ourselves a wooden crook so that we can break the leaves and get the drops faster. Yeah. Here we are. Alright, and here we are. We've filled out all of the dirt, and now we're going to craft some drying racks, and that gets us the achievement Air Fryer. So we're going to come over here, build this up like this. Yeah, like that. And now we're going to put some dirt acorns on here, and they're going to dry into petrified acorns. And from there we can use those and a dirt sapling to craft a petrified tree. Alright, and now we wait. I don't want to do another set of dirt trees yet. I want to do the petrified trees next. Alright, yeah, we're going to craft another crafting table. Yeah. Yep, more crafting tables is always good. And we're going to craft some chests for stuff that we're going to get. Alright, now those are petrified acorns. And we're actually going to do another round so we can make 3, I think, because we only have enough for 1.5 right now. So we're going to do this another round, and we're going to have 3 petrified saplings. Alright, and we're going to grab 3 dirt saplings, which is the other crafting ingredient for that. Alright, here we are. We can craft those right up. Alright, so we can craft 1 now, and then we'll craft the other 2 later. And here we can do some squats to help the trees grow. Get ourselves strong to encourage the trees to be strong. That's what we're doing. And now we can harvest the petrified log. The next on our list of saplings to craft and farm is going to be clay. We can get started pretty easily on the sand and gravel saplings, but those really aren't going to be that important. So that's not going to be too much of a thing. Yeah. And we are going to... Yeah, and we also can craft a cobblestone generator with a bucket of lava, water, and some glass and cobblestone, so we're going to be doing that. So that's another reason we need clay, is to craft clay buckets. Yeah. So, yeah. So we're just going to have our saplings out, and we are trying to get all the saplings as soon as possible, so I am going to do sand and gravel pretty soon, but I'm probably not going to farm them. Yeah. What we're going to do is we're just probably going to have them hang out in a chest for a while. I probably will farm them a little bit just because sand trees, if you wash them, can get you birch, and then you smelt birch trees to get coal saplings, which drop coal amber, which is an essential ingredient in iron trees, which we are definitely going to need. Because we need to craft those hopping bonsais, remember? Alright, and now we have a crushing tub, that's what it's called. And what we're going to do is we're going to crush some gravel acorns and then some sand acorns. And now we're going to use those, and that's the wrong kind of sapling. We want petrified saplings. Yep, we're just going to switch that around. We're going to use that and some petrified saplings to craft sand trees and gravel trees. Now, sand, as I said before, can be used in the cobblestone generators. Isn't really super useful. I think the trees also drop flint, and I think you can use it to craft some of the ambers to get the metal trees. But also, again, not super important in and of itself. Alright, and we're going to, and since we need lava to make a cobblestone generator, the way we get that is by using a stone cauldron and we put lava, and we put cobblestone in there, and then we get lava, and we take the lava out with a clay bucket. However, the clay bucket will be consumed once we place the lava. Now, the reason we're using stone is because the stone will not catch fire. You can do this with a wooden cauldron, like, mechanically, but I really would not recommend it based on fire safety. If you have cobblestone, you have enough cobblestone to make a cobblestone cauldron. And just doing that takes a lot of weight off your mind about fire safety. Remember to always be safe with fire. Fire is very dangerous. Yeah, storage is also going to be another really big problem, just because, like, these trees all drop a lot of oak wood, and while we're going to be using the resources, eventually we're going to run out of things to do with oak wood. And now we've crafted some wooden hoppers, and we're going to be using that to create a small auto smelter, because I cannot be bothered. Alright, so we're going to do it like that. And what I will eventually realize is that I'm actually going to need another hopper for fuel. So we're going to use this one for fuel, and then we're going to need to build another one up top for the actual items that we're going to be smelting. Alright, and we've got that going. We put it on top. And now our next thing we're going to want to craft is bone saplings, because some of the Because in order to do apple saplings and crops, we can't do our squats to make that grow, so we're going to need bone meal. Alright, so we have 8 of those. And we're going to break this because I cannot be bothered to get rid of that mud. We're going to take a petrified sapling and some clay saplings to... Yeah, we're going to make some jungle trees with these clay saplings. And voila! Jungle trees. And we're going to actually put one of these on the dehydrator rack to make vines, because vines and jungle trees and, I think it's bone amber is how you make cotton trees, which we're going to need. Yeah, wool's not super important, but I need it for an achievement that this mod pack has, where you sleep in a bed, and I'm a completionist, so we're gonna do it. Alright, there's that. We're gonna put that there for now. Alright, and we're gonna grab some of our dirt, and we're going to use this dirt to... What we can do is we can make mud, and for some of that, you can use it to use the resource trees to craft the regular trees. But I think that's going to be a next episode situation. Anyway, here we can build a cobblestone generator, and yeah, as I said, it's consumed, and we're just going to pop it right here where it can make cobblestone and just stick it right in this chest. And yeah, that's what we're doing for today. We've got a lot of saplings, and we've got ourselves an infinite source of cobblestone. We've also moved on to cobblestone tools. Thank you all for watching. Next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to be making some vanilla trees, so we can start building things out of not oak wood. Remember to like and subscribe, and